How's the offseason been for you?
Off-season's been great. A little too long for my liking, but it's been good. Just trying to get better every day. Spending a lot of time with my family. A lot's happened, obviously, with the team, but just looking forward to having everybody back and building this thing up from ground zero. We got a long road ahead of us.
How challenging is it? I know you weren't really excited to see one of your closer teammates go. How challenging was it seeing, the off-season free agency?
Yeah, no, I think every year it's really tough because, even though you get into a season and the team might seem like, this is the same team as always. Every year you have guys who leave and it is a new team every year, but obviously this year we did lose some guys, especially, Dre, like you mentioned. That was a tough one for me, but I'm so excited for him and his new journey over in Denver and everything that he's going to do there. I think he's just getting started, right? And so, that leaves spots available for other guys to come in and compete for those jobs, right? And that's just the NFL. That's how it goes. So I'm excited all the way around.
Did SALEH have a address for the defensive players only today?
Yeah, no, it was he addressed the room, of course, just kind of letting everybody know, how excited he is to be back in the red and gold with the good guys again. And it's crazy that he only knows about 3 or 4 guys back from when he was here last time. It's a whole new group. And so all of us, man, we're all here trying to just get to know everyone again, build that camaraderie and just build from the ground up. It's a whole new team, whole new group, regardless of, some of the familiar faces. So it was good to get that all gas, no brakes.
Still the all gas,
no break at the very end. So
There's some pictures of you meeting with draft visitors on social media and stuff like that. Do you pay attention to that? Your rapport with Dre was so close and so productive that do you give them input on linebackers, somebody that might be playing next to you for the next 5 years?
Give who input? The team?
Yeah. Do they ask for your takes on guys or anything like that?
No, they don't ask me for anything. They say, Fred, you better show up ready to go. That's my job. But no, I'm so far removed from the college game. It's hard for me to keep up with a lot of these young guys that are coming in. It is cool to meet these guys, and it brings me right back to that moment when I was coming here on my 30 visit, and kind of try to chat them up a little bit about the process. And I'm like, listen, like it's long, it's monotonous, all this traveling and everything, but just, it only happens once, so try to enjoy it. But yeah, I'm excited, man. Thursday is going to be a big day, the start of the draft and bringing that new crop of guys in to join our team and start building this thing up.
Can you tell if a guy's a dog? Like you're talking to him and you're trying to evaluate the mental side of it. Can you tell?
It's hard for me to tell, right? I'm only talking to these guys for a couple seconds, right? Enough for them to ask me for a picture or something. So I have no idea. Right. But I've always said that I do not envy, that job that John, Kyle, and all these scouts and all them that they have. It's so hard to really analyze these rookies, these guys that are coming out of college, especially now, guys that played for 2 or 3 different teams and all this money involved and all these other things. So obviously they are pros at what they do, but it's hard to kind of know what a guy's really about until he's here, right? And what and with the team and see what they're really about.
Today, John said that it's very apparent that SALEH has grown schematically as a coach in the time that he was away. Have you had a chance to sit down with him yet and just talk defense? And have you observed really the same thing over the years?
Yeah, no, we sat down and talked early on after he got here and kind of talked a little bit about how things have progressed on both sides. Him over with the Jets and us here. And we didn't talk too much about X's and O's, just kind of more so just kind of catching up. But, I've always believed that SALEH is one of the best in the game, if not the best, in terms of just coaching defense and knowing scheme and talking ball, just, what I'm saying, just like understanding the game. So he understands that you can't just continue to run the same thing and expect different results. Like you got to evolve, obviously, right? And so, he mentioned that today, just in terms of just evolving as a group and as a scheme and different things that we're running. ultimately just being the best version of ourselves when the time comes.
Fred, you mentioned that the offseason's been longer than you would like, but have you found positives in that in terms of, like, did you feel like your body maybe needed this, and how are you feeling in terms of the ankle and things like that?
Yeah, no, I mean, I feel great. Ankle's a thing of the past now, thank God, because, you know, that was a tough, you know, trying to deal with that all season, but feel great now. And yeah, there's positives to take from it, right? I just know how I would like my, you know, my off season to be, you know, in terms of just having a ring on my finger, you know, at the end of it. So it's all about just using the time that you have wisely. And, you know, I'm never gonna complain about having that extra time with my family. You know, my little man now, he's running around and stuff. So it's kind of just crazy just seeing that evolution too. So yeah, I mean, the off season's great, but I'm excited to be back and get things rolling again.
And
Do you like the fact that instead of being looked at as a Super Bowl champion, now you're looked at 6-11, that got rid of all these players, and they're kind of, I don't know if Niners will ever be overlooked, but people aren't expecting a lot. Do you like that?
Yeah, no, I never need more motivation to, you know, get up and be the best version of myself, or I think for our team as well. We never, even though we've been close to hitting the mountaintop, we've never actually surpassed it, right? And so, you know, teams have never looked at us as a Super Bowl champ because we haven't attained that yet, you know, and that carries heavily on myself as it does with a lot of the other guys that have been here. But yeah, it is honestly about really being, you know, the hunter instead of just being the hunted, right, at this point. So however we got to get it, I'm ready to do it by any means.
How important is it, whoever it is next to you will, for it to be somebody who can fit the run with physicality and the sort of violence you talk about?
Yeah, I mean, everything's important, honestly. You know, the run game obviously is a big part of that. I think that we lost some of that last season with just as a defense in general, and I know that'll completely get cleaned up. You know, having SALEH back and making sure we're clear cutting everything what the expectation is. But you got to be able to do it all in the run game, pass game, ball production. You know, we talk a lot about that, especially today in our linebacker room, but just about getting the ball. You know, for not only for our defense but for our team. You know, that's how you win games is that turnover margin. So you got to be able to do it all. It's a tough ask and a tall ask, but you got to be able to do it.
Business-wise, do you feel that you get a sense that they're going to release some funds your way by the end of the summer? And is this something you want done before week 1?
I mean, it seems like they're releasing plenty of funds as it is already. You know, like I'm not. I get paid plenty already. But listen, that whole part of it, I know they, on my agent and the team and all that, that'll all handle itself out. I'm just obviously ready to just go to work and be the best version of myself.
You plan to be here through the
Yes, sir.
offseason.
Mhm.
Go ahead, Brent.
Oh, no, that's okay, Fred. I was going to ask a contract question.
Oh, man.
Can I ask you,
it would have taken way longer. So
can I just ask you real quick? You mentioned the evolution of Robert. Obviously, things don't stay the same.
Uh-huh.
So, what kind of things do you think? What can evolve? How do you think they maybe change a little bit, if at all, with a second version of Robert?
I guess time will tell. You know, I'm still learning, just like the rest of us, of exactly what the differences are going to be. But you know, there's just a calming presence when he's standing up there. You know, it brings me right back to when he was here back in 19, or what was his last year, 20. Mm-hmm. His last year being 20, and so I'm so excited and confident in what he'll deliver for us.